DJ Wolf Live. I don't know why I did that. I don't want to be seen live. I just want to talk about how I feel about the situation. Uh, First of all, Trump is so messy, man. He is one of the most messiest people I've ever seen as president. He has no decorum, no common sense, no respect for his own citizens of his own country that he was born and raised in. That alone is a crime in itself, folks. He has no respect. He really don't. No kind of understand for anybody, except his warpath. To be honest, I really don't. You know, it's just messy. He's a messy guy. People out here talking about, oh yeah, he this, he that. He is a very intelligent guy, and all this other mess around here. They're talking all that cash. He talked all that cash all this time about this, that, and the third. You know, this guy he's of an evil spirit, of a dark heart. He is definitely that. And to sit there and to pull off this tariff thing, which people know for the most part ain't helping. You know, if you charge 25% tariff tax on another country, you know they're going to do the same thing to you. They got to eat too. What do you think going to happen? What do you think going to happen? They're going to do the same thing you going to do. But for some reason, you don't expect that same behavior from nobody else, but for, other than yourself. You think you could just do that and people are not going to retaliate. When it comes to this, this thing called a tariff war. And you don't seem to care who it hurts. You basically betrayed your country, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that. You did. There's no doubt about that. You can't even explain good. And even people, what been said that people on your staff don't even get it. Some people. I ain't going to say all, and I ain't going to say who, I ain't going to say what. I don't know. But I know for one thing for certain, I'm wondering if you even have a basic understanding of it. Because you keep saying, oh, yeah, it's going to come back in trillions and trillions and trillions. And yet, no one's seen any real results from it. Nobody. And like I said, myself and several other YouTubers. I was one of the first that talked about Kamala Harris. And I talked about Trump early on as far back as 2015. If you don't believe me, go back to my videos, look up, search for Trump under DJ Wolf Live, and tell me I'm lying. I've been warning people about this guy. I've been warning people about this guy for years and years and years. And my most loyalist of subs know that I've been talking about this guy for several years. This is nothing new about this guy. This guy was an evil guy coming on board, and he told you he was evil. This is a guy said, I like the unintelligent and the ignorant. This is a guy talking about he thought he was smarter than generals. Yet, he never served a fucking day in the service, in the military. Not one day. I served 3.5 years myself, and I know damn well I wasn't as smart as generals. I came in as a buck private. Okay? Left out as a corporal. By the time I got out 3.5 years later. I know I wasn't no general. I know I wasn't smart as general. Generals have spent a lot of years in the military. Okay? That wasn't me. Now how is go? Now how my likes gonna go from? Okay, that's not my likes. That's okay. They're my views. But I don't understand it. I don't understand how a guy who claims that he's so smart acts so dumb or be dumber than what he think he is. You know, and then you got all of these people who follow him who just go along with what he say. They literally go along with what he says. No rhyme, no reason. They say, okay, yeah, he's gonna get us out the hellhole we in, and make a bigger one, which is what he did under Biden's when Biden was president. Didn't have all this drama. The only drama was part of the drama. Some drama was Kamala Harris, but that's another story. But you know, of course, Trump was going around saying, "Oh, at least I believe he was saying that Biden was too old." But hell, by the time he's finished, he'll be old as Biden. You know, so he's a hypocrite. He's a total hypocrite, and y'all know he is. Y'all people keep falling off of my channel. Y'all know he is. He's a hypocrite. That's all he is. He's a total hypocrite, and he don't know what he's doing. He don't. If you were gonna put tariffs, why didn't you just do tariffs on certain items? You know, he puts tariffs on every damn thing. You know, everything. I was reading something about there are some companies that are already laying people off. A third of his employees already. Companies that were affected by this tariff already laying off people. Yeah. As a result of his ineptness. Because he's a very inept dude. He really is. A lot more inept than people think he is. That's very well documented. And what's really sad about this thing with Trump is he had a chance to do right. He did. He had a chance to do right. And he's not even close at this point. He's taking us on the ass backwards journey to hell. You know, what oh man, really? What I think this fool is trying to do, to be honest. Wow, what are y'all doing out here? You don't have me do the same damn thing. They drive to slow you for me. Oh my God! If I known that, I went around there. I gotta get my car to the daggone oil to get the oil change out here. Jeez, Maurice, man. Oh, why today? Why me? What are we doing? What are we doing? You sitting there hitting brakes every 2 minutes. Oh my God. Wow. But you know, it's ridiculous, folks. It's ridiculous that we have a guy out here who calls himself our president, and he's taking us backwards to an era and to a place we don't need to be. Period. You know? Well, the tariffs is going to make them bring jobs back. How the hell is it going to make them bring jobs back? Are you serious? The guy's about the balls right now because you turn everything around. You know? If he had done it industry by industry, one at a time, I could probably give a little leeway to him on that. But he's doing it all wrong. He's doing tariffs right across the board on everything. You know? If you were really about trying to bring jobs back, you would start out a lot differently than what you're doing. A lot more differently what you're doing. What you're doing ain't right, man. You know it's not right. But you're going to do it anyway. You know? You have no idea. I mean, let alone the stuff he did with the jobs through the federal government, was hurting tens of thousands of millions of people, man. You know, people who put money into it. The most offensive thing to me really was one among a lot of stuff is that damn Elon Musk talking about uh, Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. You know, this effeminate, you know what? He just, I was so offended by that. Angry, very angry, almost angry to tears because people like my father, God rest his soul, who passed away 6 years ago, all right, worked his ass off to be able to earn Social Security benefits. He has such a nerve to talk about that it was a Ponzi scheme. That son of a bitch, who was literally fed with a silver spoon in his mouth, never wanting for naught, ever. My dad grew up in the dirt poor south of near Canton, Mississippi. All right, and my grandfather was Sherrock. All right, they grew up dirt poor. So people like my father and many millions of other Americans earned the right to have access to Social Security when they got older. Had every right to it, every entitlement to it, because many of them worked very hard to get there. And this son of a bitch gonna have a nerve talking about, oh, it's just a Ponzi scheme. Really, man? I'm gonna tell you right damn now, Elon Musk, dude, I would have cussed your ass out if you told me in my face. I would have verbally cussed you the fuck out. Yes, I said it. Fuck. You know, I'm at a point now. I'm like, when I do this channel, sometime I don't like to curse, but it drove me to this point because the fact that this guy had the nerve to insult millions of Americans across the country to say that that the Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. The sheer damn nerve that this son of a bitch, who's always had money, who's never won for naught, who's never lived poor, who's never struggled in his entire life with funds, never going to tell me that it was a Ponzi scheme. It's not like the Social Security you get tons of benefits with it. You don't. You only get but so much. You know? And you still have to supplement that with extra work. You know? And for a guy like Trump to go along with him, no wonder they're butt buddies. So they act like butt buddies. You know? I'm offended. I'm appalled, and I'm downright angry that guys like them treat their own, you know, people in general like shit. The real people that built this country, you know, and talk about making great America again, America great again. You ain't making it great again by doing the shit you're doing out here, man. Y'all might as well forget all that. There's nothing you're doing that's great about it right now, or even attempting to do that you claim that you're making it great about. It's a total lie. And it's a damn shame that people like you guys are ruining it for the future generations that's coming up in this country and in this world. To sit there and throw people under the bus. That's a damn shame. It truly is, folks. No care, no rhyme or reason to give a damn about the future of the children in this country, let alone anybody else. This is ridiculous. And I'm completely offended by it. I truly am. I'm truly offended by this. Yeah, I really am. It just angers me to no end. It really does. I don't know why or what for. By the way, it's not my music playing, somebody else's music. What is it? Okay, I can remember. I'm not going to even answer any of the questions you guys talk about. Who's this? This fool? I'm going to answer those comments shortly. Y'all might as well get ready for that. Some of these comments are far-fetched because some of you guys are probably the same guys. And I ain't saying all of you. A couple of y'all like to suck on Trump. Yeah, I said it. Some of y'all are on that tip, that mushroom tip, if you know what I mean. Some of y'all. I ain't saying that's everybody that's in the comment section. That don't apply to everybody. I only apply to the ones who's actually trolling me, not the ones who try to make decent comments to me. I saw one or two already that I saw. So you've been complaining for over. You're damn right, Eagles 42. I've been talking about this shit for years. If you don't believe me, go back to my old videos going all the way back to 2015. 2015 now. He wasn't elected. He hadn't even... Yes, I have. Over a goddamn decade, you asshole. You damn right. Been talking about Trump. Been talking about how around he been. Sure have. Yep, been complaining over a decade. Sure have. If you ain't mean anything about it, I don't either. But I'm just saying, I'm hot about this, man. Yeah, what about Dylan? Some of y'all just like to troll. And who asked that stupid question? Feel it still. Get out of here, man. You know, some of you guys are dumbasses, man, for real. I mean, seriously. Some of you guys ain't got no common sense when you come on my channel. To this day, I'm not even sure why. You know, just common sense. And I allow comments because I figured I was going to get some people out here that knew how to comment with common sense, and apparently you don't. You know, and I told y'all, only people with common sense apply on my channel. Anybody else, stay the fuck off of it. And that including the ones that hear that some of the ones talking that trash. Oh, like that master you, Dylan? You're a bitch. You know, who cares? Who cares? It's what I did. But I took that and ran with it and went from there. Let's put it like that. That's all the fuck you need to know. You know? But you got trolls out here that obviously don't have no life. That's why they're trolls. Particularly the ones that's on my channel right now. They're fucking trolls. And yes, I said it. You're a bunch of fucking trolls who have no life. All you're going to do is bitch and talk shit and not talk about real issues because you're too busy worried about me. You should be worried about the subject that I'm talking about. Because that's the one that's going to eventually put your ass in the doghouse. I can't put you in the doghouse. You know? This guy you represent. And he ain't going to do nothing for your ass. Trump has already proven that. He doesn't care about the ones who ain't rich. He's proven all he cares about is rich folks. He's proven it time and time again. He don't give a fuck about you any more than he do me. To be honest. And I really think that as far as the J6 folks, he ain't give a damn about them either. He just wanted to do his bit. Although I know he was behind it. I know it was. You know, this is the reason why I don't do a lot of live shows. And I usually minimize the comments to a no, because you got people out here that come out here and just say stupid shit because they obviously don't have a clue about anything. Yeah, you trolls that I'm talking to, you know exactly who I'm talking to and who I'm talking about. Y'all don't know a damn thing about anything. You just yeah. You guys, you military, you just, you know, got a few screws loose. That's right. So I'm gonna end it right here. I'm out.